Bitcoin would go to $10 million tomorrow. And if Bitcoin went to $10 million tomorrow, I want you to think about how you would feel and how your viewers would feel, because you would lose 20 years of stacking opportunity during which you get to buy at less than $10 million. So the difference between $10 million and 100,000, that's what you give up if the volatility goes away and people start to agree with you.
This market analysis features Michael Saylor as he shares his latest insights on the Bitcoin market. In a recent interview on the Ty Lopez channel, Saylor discusses Bitcoin price projections, market volatility, and MicroStrategy. He presents some compelling points you won't want to miss.
My long-term forecast for Bitcoin is it goes up 29% a year on average for the next 21 years. And so I look out to the year 2045, and I think it's like, base case is 13 million a coin. And it could go faster, it could go slower. But when you think about that, you're like, well, every Bitcoin you sell is going to cost you $13 million. Or if you decide to go buy a Ferrari or a sports car with 3 or 4 Bitcoin or 5, it's a $65 million Ferrari.
Yeah.
So think really hard. Do you want the Ferrari, which will be good, may get you a few dates and people will think you're cool for the next few years. But would you rather have $65 million 20 years out? Because you can retire on that and live a very comfortable life. So I cling to my Bitcoin. You do not sell your Bitcoin. 13 million in the year 2045. I think it'll grow between 30 and 60% a year for the next 5 to 10 years. And then I think it's growing 60% a year right now. I think it will decelerate to be growing 20% a year, 21 years out. And so it could surge up, quite quickly over the next 4 years, and you would get there in 4 to 8 years. But it's very volatile. It takes a random path, and I would take a more open-minded view. I would just assume that it's going to keep grinding up. It'll surge up. It'll smash down. It'll do the serpentine thing. And the volatility is good because if it was straight line growing and everybody saw that it was very predictable, then a bunch of people richer than you that you don't like would just buy it all and you wouldn't be able to get any. The volatility is a gift to the faithful. The volatility, for example, I started buying Bitcoin and it soared up to 66,000. It crashed down to 40,000. It zoomed up to 60,000 something again. It crashed down to 16,000. It came back up, and all the way it was very volatile and uncertain. And we were able to go from $250 million in Bitcoin to buying 25 billion to having 42 billion in Bitcoin. And we took our company from 600 million in enterprise value to more than 100 billion. If Bitcoin had just grown 30% or 60% consistently, 5% a month or something, then Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, Jamie Dimon, everybody in the world, Bill Gates, they all would have bought it. I wouldn't get any. I would have 1/25th as much. We wouldn't be a $100 billion company. We might be a $5 billion company. But the volatility was a gift to the faithful. It scares away the tourist. It scares away the lazy. It scares away the people that are already conventionally rich, that have all the money. If you're a 20-something or a 30-something and you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to spend 100 hours or 200 hours, if you have more time than money, then the volatility of Bitcoin is a gift to you. If you have more money than time and you're arrogant and egotistical and you just pick the obvious, then if the volatility goes away, you buy Bitcoin. If people in the rest of the world knew what I know and they understood and they agreed with me, Bitcoin would go to $10 million tomorrow. And if Bitcoin went to $10 million tomorrow, I want you to think about how you would feel and how your viewers would feel, because you would lose 20 years of stacking opportunity during which you get to buy at less than $10 million. So the difference between $10 million and 100,000, that's what you give up if the volatility goes away and people start to agree with you. In my life, I've made a bunch of very successful investments. I bought Facebook, I bought Apple, I bought Google, I bought Amazon, I bought Bitcoin. And there's a simple formula if you want to make 10x your money or even 100x your money. And this is the formula. Find something in the world everybody needs, nobody can stop, and few people understand. If you find that, if it's like obvious, Amazon, Google, Facebook, iPhones, Bitcoin, digital capital, digital money, digital photos, digital relationships, digital video, if it's obvious and nobody can stop it, but you go and you talk to a bunch of people with more money than you, and they're older than you, and they're more successful than you, and they all say, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, at that point, the cowardly response, the loser response is, well, a lot of people told me to give up on it because they don't get it, so I won't get it. And the right response is, I'm going to study it and decide if they're wrong, and I'm going to make a decision for myself. And if I got it, if I bought Amazon when Wall Street hated it, if I bought Facebook and Google and Apple when Wall Street hated it, if I bought Bitcoin when Wall Street hated it, then I'm getting rich. The dollar is the world's reserve currency. And you recall, I said money is currency if it's short-term medium exchange. It's capital if it's long-term store of value. And if I wanted to send $1 billion from one point on the earth to the other, right? The choice is ship $1 billion of gold, move $1 billion building, or send Bitcoin, or send $1 billion of paintings. You can see paintings aren't fungible. They don't make good money. A building isn't portable. It doesn't make good money. Gold, gold failed as a capital network 400 years ago when the King of Spain tried to send a bunch of gold to the Netherlands to finance his army. It got blocked by Queen Elizabeth. She bankrupted the Spanish army, and that's why the Netherlands is Protestant and not Catholic today.
Bitcoin's price has been rising strongly in recent days, crossing the 100,000 mark again on Thursday, January 16th. The last time it hit six figures, it dropped back below 100,000 within a day. This time, Bitcoin has gone even higher, reaching 105,000, its highest price so far in 2025. Many believe this could be just the start of a bigger climb over the next year. Experts suggest that Bitcoin's growing popularity and adoption might push its value even higher in the coming months. Investors are now keeping a close eye on the market, expecting 2025 to be a key year for Bitcoin. If the trend continues, this could be the start of a major price rally, making it an exciting time for those involved in the cryptocurrency world. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's keep this bull run going.